right, commercial real estaters, it's week 35 and week 1 of college football. Last week was week 0. A couple quick hits. Matador Structured Finance Fund 1. If you need some money for a deal, we might have some left. We've almost fully deployed our fund, but call us anyways. We might be able to figure it out.
We're going to reload in October.
Yeah.
So
we will reload. Reload.
If you have a closing October 1 onwards, we got that cash, homie.
Yeah. 3450 Bethlehem is a property we have. 26,787 square feet on 3.4 acres. Zone K heavy industrial in Fort Worth. Call Todd His Hubbard or David Gwynns. Mm-hmm. They're working on that for us.
Create a little FOMO there. There's a couple groups circling.
Oh, yes.
So you better,
we are in proposals on half the side already. So you better bring it.
I just got a text from another tenant rep about it. So
nice.
You better. If you got it, if you need it, we got it.
1916 Old Denton Road, 20,000-foot building on 2.4 acres. The square footage changes every week on the building, people. No, we're having it drawn right now. So if you need something like this in the Carrollton area, you better hurry up too, because we got 2 proposals we're working, and actually 3. So 1230 South J. Elmer Turner Freeway, 11,000 feet on 10 acres, 7 paved. Great for, we will build a 10,000-foot shop on there if you need it, or larger if you got the credit and the money.
Yeah.
But call Bo Puckett and Caleb McCoy. And then 4730 Bronze Way here in Dallas, we just put that on the market for sale, 9,779 square feet on 1.06 acres, leased through October 31st of 28 to Austin and to ACT Environmental, Division of Republic Waste. Austin Marsh with Sands Investment Group is running that. 1700 Parkside, we will sell condo units. We will sell the property. We will lease the property. Chase Miller and Jack Mercer are working on that for us. And then in San Antonio, we've got our Zarzamora property. We've got an 11,000-foot block of space. We're negotiating a lease on right now, but it's still available. And Dividend Road, 15,494 square feet on 1.41 acres. Zarzamora for Lano, call Jake Esparza, and on Dividend, Lano Realty Partners, call Dalton. Calling on that.
That thing looks great.
That thing's looking good. That thing was a certified POS when we bought it, but we're bringing it back to life. Your vision is happening, Will.
Yes. Insurance company doesn't want to get on board with the vision, but they can stick it.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, this week in the economic calendar, initial jobless claims, 234,000. Previous was 232, so that's still hovering up there. And then we got pending home sales. The forecast is 1%. The previous was 4.8. So I guess home sales are slowing down is what that is telling me. Oh, dang it. I didn't do this yet, but I'm going to do it right now. Hold on. Hold, please. We got to do the U.S. debt clock.
How bad is it?
It is, we only, just $89 billion last week. Oh, man. Federal debt to GDP ratio is now 123.21.
Dude, that's so bad. It's so bad.
It's so bad. When someone tells me the economy, look at the economy we've made, like, your balance sheet's negative.
It's just,
your balance sheet sucks.
There's no fiscal
responsibility.
None.
There's no fiscal discipline.
These people don't care about us.
They don't care.
Oh boy, here I go.
All right. The Dow closed out last week at 41,175. It was a 1.25% increase, or 516 points. The S&P closed out at 5634, 1.42%, or 80-point upgrade. The NASDAQ closed out at 17,877, up 1.37%, or 246 points. West Texas crude down to $1.82 to 74.83 cents a barrel. The 5-year closing out at 3.654. That was down 100. Oh, no, was it 10 basis points? And 10 years closed out at 3.84. So not much change there. All right, commercial real estate stocks last week. REIT office leading the way.
Coming back.
God, we should be trading REIT stocks on office. Every time we should short them here pretty soon.
Yeah.
REIT industrial second at 3.69. REIT diversified at 3.43, coming in third. On the 1-month performance, REIT retail is still leading. REIT healthcare number 2. REIT industrial number 3. On the 3-month, industrial is leading at 22.79. All right. Time for the term of the week.
Oh.
You should just say exactly what I said.
Are you echoing my thoughts?
Yeah, I echo that over here.
Oh, you do?
We echo that as well.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Wow.
That's
incredible.
That is incredible.
I can't believe
we echo that.
I can't believe we echo the same things.
I was on this call last week, and it was a tenant interview for a building we're selling, and they're interviewing the tenant, and the tenant's like, "This is what we like," da 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 da, and they're like, "Yeah, we echo that over here. Yeah, we echo that. We echo that. We echo that." I was just sitting there. I was like, "Boom." I feel like we're going to run out of these words one day, and you know what? We don't.
I echo that.
So,
dude, it's incredible. The things. There's one that I texted you like when we were on a call with that group in New York. It's incredible what people use. How they apply.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I feel like we just got. Every time I think the runway's fixing to end, it just. Keeps on going.
It's the equivalent of people watching. It is. Oh, man, I'm in a little bit of a slump. And you're, oh, nope, here comes the good one.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So,
that's good. We
so
echo
if
the
someone
same things.
says something you agree with, you echo that.
I can hear Putt saying that on a call. Oh, I echo that. I echo that.
Yeah. All right, college football picks.
Oh, boy.
Time to bring in
the ringer.
Our resident picker that's coming on the show. Primetime guest. Hold on. I love that you can hear the dial.
Yeah. It's really. It's like radio.
It is. It is like radio.
It's like Howard Stern calling somebody.
Hello?
Is this Mersachi?
Yes. What's happening?
This is Jeffrey Allen live on the line.
Jeffrey Allen live.
Oh, yes. I'm heading down for an afternoon at Leo Key.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we got Florida. We got a Florida man on the line right now.
Yes. Florida man, for sure.
Oh,
for sure.
So, all right. Well, we're going to get to spend all football season with J Mer on this thing. So, yeah, glad to have you. Let's get into this. Let's talk about last week real quick. So,
okay.
FSU, man, not really. They didn't come out fired up. So,
yeah, but I think the Florida teams, they just don't start the season well.
Yeah.
That is just a message in the state.
Yeah,
they have a hard time getting out of the gate.
So, and then the ponies, man. Golly,
that one really threw me.
Yeah, that one threw me off too. I
thought. I mean, in Nevada, I don't even think that was their starting quarterback.
Well, the one thing I was listening to, they said they had 54 new players on the team. So
Holy
I guess
smokes.
last year's performance isn't indicative of future returns. Like I guess you could just load up a team if you can get them in there. So, but I don't know. I was really shocked. The Ponies. I mean, they eked that one out. So
yeah, I thought Preston Stone looked very lost.
Yeah,
very, very lost. And really, the backup quarterback was the better quarterback. I thought
so too. That's this kid from South Oak Cliff, right? He was.
I don't know. I don't know where he's
I think
from.
it was, but he played a couple plays, and I thought he looked better when he was in. But
Kevin Jennings.
Yeah. So we are into week 1. We got a real week here. So let's just start off with your picks, Jeff. I got them here.
Okay.
So.
I'll give you Central Florida's hottest picks.
Okay.
Hottest picks. So talking about dog in Florida schools, I don't know a lot about the Hoosiers. I looked at their schedule last year. They seemed to fare well in the Big Ten, but FIU is garbage.
They are.
They are garbage. I think I would take this team. I think I would take this bet if it was minus 30, but it's only minus 21. So I like Indiana Hoosiers. A double play.
Double play.
This is a double play for me.
That's 2 units, people. 2 units.
FIU. I'm not even sure the mascot of FIU.
I think it's the Panther.
I was going to say
the only reason I know that is because I have a friend in Prosper whose son played there last year, and I would always see her.
You're right. They are the Panthers. They're the Panthers.
So, okay. Yeah. All right. Next, you got up.
Okay, next one I got up. This is a 1.5 play.
Okay.
I've got the UTSA Roadrunners minus 24.5. I got against Kennesaw State.
Who is Kennesaw State?
Well, they are Division 1A now, and I think they're in the Mountain West or the AAC.
They're in
but
Georgia.
They're terrible. They're terrible.
UTSA's got a lot of athletes too.
Yeah, and they've got a great coach.
Yep. I like that bet.
I think it's pretty solid deal. My next one, I like Georgia minus 13 over Clemson.
Okay.
I just Georgia can put a lot of points on you, and they beat some really good teams bad last year. I think they take care of Clemson.
I have Georgia on the under at 49. I don't know why. I just feel like I feel like they're not going to let Clemson score.
Yeah, that game could definitely be like 20-10.
Yeah.
And then I'd lose. But so let's make it 24-10.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
My next one is Boise State going to Georgia Southern minus 13. Boise State's kind of one of these teams that people are talking about to be a dark horse for the at-large bid for the playoffs. I think they've got to win big when they play. So I think Georgia Southern's garbage.
Yeah,
I think they're going to smoke them. I saw this is one that we disagree upon.
Yep.
This one, I think University of Texas, anytime, now that they're in the SEC, anytime they get a chance to pay their alumni back, they're going to do it. And I think to pay the alumni back, they're going to absolutely take the horns off the Rams.
Yeah.
So I think they're just going to wax them. So the alumni are going to be doubling down. This is a triple play if you went to UT and donate money because you know what's going to happen.
So my thought process on this is I think Texas is a totally different team, but I'm going off of history, how they always play to the level of their opponent.
They just throttle out.
And Colorado State played a very bad Colorado team last year with a ton of passion. So this is their Super Bowl this year in a way to me. So
okay,
that's all I can. I kind of want to see Texas actually be pretty successful. So I hope they do beat them. But I mean, Texas is a team that'll let in the past has been a team that'll let a team like this hang around with them.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. I think we both like Houston.
I like this game a lot. Like, this one really jumped off the page at me. So,
Houston should win.
Yeah.
And it's only 1.5, so it's basically a pick.
It is. And it's at Houston. And it's going to be hot down there. UNLV is not going to be used to that heat. And
that thick.
I don't even know.
It's pretty hot in Vegas, but not with that humidity.
Not with the humidity, though. No. So, I like that game.
It's swampy.
Yeah, a little swampness.
Same narrative as the Texas game. I like Alabama to cream Western Kentucky.
Yep.
Get the alumni paycheck minus 31.
Okay.
I just think that repeats. So I don't have a first half line on this game.
Yep.
I couldn't find one.
You just made one.
But the overall line's like 9 or 9.5.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can get 4 more points, I'm taking North Dakota State to cover the first half against Colorado.
Yeah, I like that.
I think they might win this game, but I think they're definitely going to be there in the first half. I think, after a sloppy first half, Deion might get his team going. But I think Deion's already bored being a coach.
Yeah,
I think he can't wait till this season's over with.
When his son goes pro, is gone.
He's just hobbling around.
Yeah,
he is gone.
Yeah,
this is total daddy ball. He is coaching so his son can go pro.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to go pro, so it worked.
Yep.
Is his son a running back or
quarterback?
Oh,
yeah.
How tall is he?
6'2".
Oh, so he's got some height.
Yeah, 6'2".
Probably
6'3".
runs.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah, no, he's
and
good.
They have that Travis Hunter kid. He'll be healthy for game 1.
Yep.
And so I like them. I like, but I think Colorado will end up. They probably will win, but I like North Dakota State to show up and make it a fight.
Yep.
Especially in the first half.
Yep.
And finally, once again, alumni payoff game. Temple might be one of the worst teams in the country, and I think this is going to be one of their few chances this year to put some money in alumni's pockets. So I'm going to take the Sooners minus 43. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Boomer.
It's a lot. But Temple is not in the SEC, so I think everyone's looking at Oklahoma going, how are you going to get through the SEC? Well, it doesn't start this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple games I got that you didn't have. TCU goes to Stanford to play them. TCU's given 9.5 points. Kind of like the Cardinal on it. I don't know why. I feel like they kind of got to get their S together over there. I really have no deep thought on that one. I just kind of saw it and I was like, I'm going to take the Cardinal on this.
Okay, I'll cheer you on.
The other game I like is University of Miami at Florida Gators. So the Florida Gators have the hardest schedule in college football this year.
Okay.
They have, and Billy Napier is on the super hot seat, and Florida has cycled through coaches over the last decade every 3 years and have not been able to find their way. So I think it is imperative for both of these. This game starts off the season for both of these teams on which direction it might go. And I think Florida has to win this game. They have to win this game. So I'm taking the Gators. Shout out to Rob Franks on that one. I know he's I'm taking the Gators plus 2.5. And then the other game I liked was Notre Dame plus 3 at the Aggies at Kyle Field.
You're taking the Irish?
I'm taking the Golden Domers.
You're taking the Catholics over the cultists?
Yes. So
I was kind of surprised they're dogs because they're so much more highly ranked.
Yeah, that's what and I don't know that Kyle Field has had the magic that it's had in the past couple years. Now, do got a new coach down there. So
who's the coach this year?
I don't even know. He was at Duke. He was the defensive coordinator at A&M, then went to Duke.
Effort?
Yeah.
Starts with an E?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But
is this more of a you just hate Aggies pick?
Could be. I was always kind of always a Notre Dame fan too. But
right.
But I just like the fact that they're dogs. Like, I mean, Notre Dame dogs, A&M, like A&M. A&M's had all the tools and hadn't been able to do anything with it.
It's true.
So, like, I don't,
No, I agree.
This pick by the bookies is telling me this is a straight coach decision.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was funny with Texas football where they have Quinn Ewers and some guy from A&M on the front. I don't know who the A&M quarterback is. Like,
well, he was. What I know of him, he was doing pretty good last year, and then he got hurt.
Okay,
and he got hurt the year before, so he's good for like 4 games, and he's out.
Well, he can. No, that's. I mean, the good thing about getting hurt is you can play for 8 years in college now, so it's really no big deal.
You just bounce around.
Yeah.
I saw a funny pic of Alan Bowman, the Oklahoma State quarterback who's been at Tech, Michigan, and now Oklahoma State. And it was a first day of school picture of him and says, first day of 19th grade.
Oh, my gosh. That's funny.
My gosh.
Down with the...
But, well, all right. Well, those are the picks, people. I'm sure we'll do less than average because that's what gamblers do.
No, we're gonna win this week.
This week, I think you guys.
I feel really good about this week.
Yeah.
So,
well, all right. Well, Versace, until next week.
See ya.
Peace, Jeff.
Bye. All right. So there's college football, and it's our new format to add into the show this week.
You know, it's funny. He had comments on the Rice game.
Yeah, well, I asked him. I was like, "Hey, the Rice game's on here. You usually bet it," and he was like, "I'm not." He's like, "I'm not touching that."
Who do they play?
They're playing Sam Houston State.
So you think it's a coin toss?
I might be. They could lose that game.
Oh my goodness!
So
who's Pitt got? I don't even know who Pitt has.
I don't even remember seeing Pitt on the sheet.
I don't know. Shows you how tuned in I am. We
need a Pitt pick every week from you. You're gonna have to pick Pitt every week.
Pitt is playing Kent State. I'm taking Pitt.
Yeah, I would
for sure.
I would take Pitt
against a MAC team.
All right. Well, let's get to headline news. Right? We need like some sound effects in here. That'd be fun.
What you got?
Back on the Twitter blow up.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
LP Whisperer seems to be getting exposed.
Yeah. Say his name. Say his name.
Jake something, right? I thought it was funny. What was the picture of him? He looks like shit.
He looks like a South Park character behind a keyboard. Mom.
Yeah, just like eating Cheetos and typing on a keyboard with a headset all day or something. So, the LP Wister he has not conceded defeat yet, though, and he's still saying he's not this Jake guy. But it looked like Scott Everett posted a clip of a snippet of an email that he received from the LP Whisperer for extorting money out of him.
Yeah,
and to send it to this guy's son's account. So,
did you know that the address on that thing? On that screenshot was a Fordham University dorm.
Really?
Yeah, his son is in college at Fordham.
Okay.
I looked at that and I was like, that's kind of near Lincoln Center. My brother goes to Fordham.
Yeah, it's a good school. So, now, the other flip side of that equation in my mind, though, is this. Are you really that stupid?
For sure. That's what I mean. Like your son lives in a dorm.
Your son has your same last name.
Yeah.
So like
we're gonna find this out.
I can't. That's the one problem I'm having. I can't imagine someone scheming this massive extortion of these people and then like putting his name on it at the end. So, anyways, we'll see how that comes out. But Ford, I mean, they got the FBI on this dude. Chris Powers is back on Twitter. So, welcome back, Chris. But
he let the throttle out for sure on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, he just
he
got the law involved.
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
This guy, I don't, the one thing about Twitter is you can go on there and anonymously, talk shit about people.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I don't know. I think that's a chicken shit thing.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that, but it's just something you have to kind of navigate. So
I get it. Some people just can't they work somewhere where they can't have their face out there, so they have to do that. But maybe if you want to be an internet personality, you shouldn't work where you work.
You shouldn't work where you work.
Well, if you work at a company where
I understand,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be an internet personality, go be one.
Go work for Brandon Avedikian.
Yeah, he'd be down for you to do it. So
yeah,
I mean, I mean, he's building a business around
or Bob Knackle.
Yeah, I mean, so like, if you work at a shop or a family office or something like that where they don't want you doing that, then it sucks because there are some anonymous accounts that have to kind of operate undercover and provide a lot of really good insight and stuff. So
there are some really good ones.
But it also opens it up to these bad characters like the LP Whisperer, which my thing is like, if you're trying to be the people's champ, do it with your real face.
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to be. He's trying to be the investor's champion here.
Yeah.
And post pictures of real people and real issues and hide behind a mask. So
yeah, not cool.
Kind of chicken shit.
Yeah.
So, but I hope they get some resolution to it because there's nothing worse than something like this. I would think. Like, I bet Chris Powers or Scott Everett never thought in a million years that they would be dealing with this in their business.
Well, like we were talking about a little bit ago, nobody wins here.
Nobody wins in this situation.
It's this guy's pounding the table, asks for results in performance on assets. Okay, what happens if they do show those cards, right? Now you've got a full-blown lawsuit because all that's out in the open. You got people who are mad because it's not hitting the metrics that you put in your performer and your OM or your PPM, right? The opposite is like they just, I don't know. Oh, it's just a lose.
Well, what you could do is almost treat it. I would be open to this.
Mm-hmm.
If you syndicate money past a certain point, you have to have a quarterly call on all assets. That's public information.
Yeah, no,
like a 10K, like a publicly traded company. I mean, you're getting into that kind of. I would have no problem saying, "Hey, here's where we screwed up on this one." This isn't. We're humans. Everything isn't perfect.
Correct.
It doesn't.
Things happen.
Sometimes they happen a lot better than they should have, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. And more often than not, that's probably the case.
Yeah.
The
other thing, too, is it's just like everything in life. The more deals you do, the more likely an accident or an oopsie is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's just, you do 1,000, you hope you only have one in there.
Yeah.
Max. Ideally, none. But, like, it's just the law of averages or law of whatever, those terms are. But, like, it's like when you're weightlifting. The more you go to the gym, the more you do anything, right? You're gonna get hurt. Something's gonna happen. Yeah, right. Like It's so funny about that when you're talking about Cannon. You're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to avoid getting hurt, and then literally
next week and get my rib popped out of place.
Exactly. That's just how life works.
It is. So I mean, hey, people take chances.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Yeah.
Don't invest.
Be scared.
Go call Edward Jones.
Yeah.
And go clip 6.5% to 8% a year.
Yep. If that.
And
Sure.
So this real estate doesn't go up and to the right all the time. Doesn't happen. So all right. Last week the Fed said the time has come for a policy change. The rate cut we all knew was coming
Yeah.
before the election. He says that upside risk to inflation has diminished and the downside risk to employment has increased. Don't do it. Let's keep them high.
I just think it's selfishly.
They act like inflation's like really taking it's taking a step back. I mean, golly, Chipotle is still $20 for a meal.
Yes. And Aaron, our intern, if you're listening, you're a good kid, but you always jacked up my Chipotle order. No, just kidding. No, it's true. Regardless if Aaron was taking your order or not. It's $16 to $20.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they see the reflection of that at, but I haven't seen it. So.
Well, yeah, and I mean, just you look at just home prices, right?
Well, get ready when they cut rates. The home prices are going up.
Well, yeah, it's 4 times more expensive to buy a house right now, pretty much in most places that you want to live, right? The prices are double and the interest rates double.
Yeah.
So everything and the values are stubborn. They're not coming down.
No, they're not.
So, needs a little. The cancer's still in there, I think, in my opinion. I don't know where or how you get rid of it, but it's still in there. So a little more chemo might do it good.
So, anyways, I kind of want to drag out some closings.
Yeah. Oh, on our side. At the same time, though, it's like, man, if those things bottom out, like, do you just put a for sale sign on everything?
Well, that's what I was talking to one of our equity partners in Boston this morning. And I go, yeah, this would be great. Every seller is going to say, oh, it's $150 a foot now. And he goes, well, it'd be a good time to sell everything, you know.
Just
and I was like,
those chips.
Yep, it might be time to sell.
Yeah.
So,
don't call us.
Don't. Yeah. Hey, please. We don't need anything else to work on right now.
Yeah.
Like would you sell this?
Send us more deals. Send more inflows.
Yes.
The outflows put the pause button.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Our boy Rob Frank sent this to me. This is kind of interesting. This was a post on LinkedIn. He forwarded me. It says, Dallas will deliver almost the same number of apartments as New York City in 2024.
I saw that. I had that here on my list of things to talk about. Isn't that crazy?
This guy, he corrected this within the comments because he was wrong, but he said New York City's population is approximately 6.5 times larger. It's about 2.5 times larger.
But still.
So yeah. I mean, even still, like, that is scary if you're in apartments.
A lot of supply.
And if that, so it's 30, New York is delivering 32,935. I guess this is doors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they do it by doors.
Dallas is delivering 32,932 doors. Let's see. Let's see compared to other Texas towns. Austin's delivering 21,506. Houston's delivering 18,301. San Antonio's delivering 9,617.
Which is funny because there's so much quote end of quote structural vacancy.
Yeah.
San Antonio. And the rent growth honestly is not that great there. On the apartment side, apparently. It's pretty flat.
The vacancy is, so I mean, just from looking at some of these comments here, it says, this one guy says, in 2023, the vacant rate in New York City was 1.4%. I saw it was 10% in Dallas. Rents in New York City are at all times high. I'd argue families are moving to the suburbs and being replaced by single head or couple households, which is why the vacancy stays low. Let's see. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of things wrong with multifamily right now.
I don't disagree.
I don't know.
It's just also like, I don't know how these guys navigate the tax bill burden going up and the insurance.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how you play that game because you just can't push rents. It's like a falling knife.
I know. Well, then they have rent. I mean, they're going to have rent caps.
Yeah. And then, they're getting in at a mid-5 cap, and then you stabilize to a low 6.
I think you're just betting on appreciation at that point, right? You're like, hey, I'm long New York City. I'm going to own for 20 years. Doesn't really matter.
You're talking about New York. I'm just talking about multi in general.
Well, yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're just betting on the supply line being fairly thin, demand just holding, and just appreciation.
Yeah.
Because there's no more land.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. DFW infill is very interesting, but like if you're throwing up all these units up north or down south or anywhere, kind of on the periphery, I'd be a little worried. It's a lot of land.
Yep, it is a lot of land.
There's a lot of land out there. So,
just a question. I'm sitting here looking at LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
All these people send you all this shit inbox stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hey, looking to connect. You can tell it's totally auto-generated. Like, that has to work for someone at some point, right?
People who don't want to cold call, I guess. It's just volume. Somebody does it.
I guess if you get a deal out of it, it works. So it's hard to tell.
I have so many people like look at my profile. I'm always kind of it's just I don't know. I can't figure out that platform some days.
Well, that's all I got. You got anything?
Yes, I do. This Texas city is too hot, short on water, and booming. Can you guess?
Salado?
No, close. Kyle.
Yeah,
not too far up the road. So
there's no water.
There's no water
in Texas.
So basically, it's the number 2, it's second fastest growing city in the country behind Georgetown, not too far away from Salado. And Leander's up there too, but basically they're paying all these towns around them, including San Marcos, to tap their aquifer to get water. They're running out of water down there. It's the same thing out in Brock.
That's what I mean.
You can't support it. I mean, you had all that.
I had 400 acres under contract in Salado, and I could only get 500 meters. I needed 1,800.
Yeah, there's no water.
And then I tried to go syndicate out water to the adjacent water supply, and the local boys are like, nope.
Yeah,
they don't want to. They don't
want to share.
And the sellers weren't giving. Well, I say this: they didn't say no. They just didn't give me an answer in the time I needed, and the sellers weren't willing to give me the time I needed. And I was like, well, your property's worth nothing if I can't get water.
Yeah. Here's a good quote. But many of these boom towns, including Kyle, are hot, dry, and getting more so. They face unique and costly challenges such as where to get enough water and how to heat-proof the new football field. Priorities, people, priorities. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's a huge issue.
Yeah,
it's a massive issue. That was very interesting to read. It was like Sunday morning, Wall Street Journal, boom, right there on the front. So
it's a real issue down there.
Yeah,
if you can't get water,
good luck. How do you can't live?
Well, you can't build anything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, most of that land is for residential development.
Yeah.
They want to put doors in, and I mean, if you can't get water meters,
you can't survive.
You could drill wells. You would have to drill. It's about a $4 million well, $4 or $5 million well.
Yeah.
But then it starts getting, pretty costly.
Yeah.
So
next thing is you're gonna laugh really hard. There's a master plan development up in Prosper going on right now, and the title of it is the Lakewood at Brook Hollow.
The Lakewood at the East Dallas of the Lakewood at Brook Hollow.
Lakewood at Brook Hollow Road, Prosper, Texas, 75078. Emily sent me. My wife sent me just a house to look up there. You're always looking at Zillow.
Sure.
This popped up. It's just like, oh my gosh, you and Jeremy will laugh at this. This is East Dallas meets industrial.
East Dallas meets industrial. That's funny.
But no, that's all I got. You hit the supply on the multi and the interest rates, and that's about it.
Well, that's all we got, real estaters. Good luck out there.
Send us some deals.
See ya. Bye.